In this video, we will study about electric charges in field. Before I start a new chapters, I want to create some curiosity about the chapters. To do so, I will cite some of the phenomena which will you see in the daily life. For example, seeing a spark or a crackling sound when we take out our synthetic clothes or sweater, particularly in a dry day. Second, lightning in the sky during thunderstorm, an electric shock while opening a door of a car, or holding an iron bar of a bus after sliding from the seat. So why these happen? Let us further enhance. Let us do an activity. Take any plastic scale, rub with your dry hairs and brought nearby the bits of paper. You will find that these bits of paper get attracted towards this scale. So let us do this second activity. So I am rubbing this pen with my dry hairs, and these are the pieces of dust particles. And when I bring this pen nearby this dust particle, see, these dust particles get attracted towards it. So why this happening? Why these phenomena are taking place? So all the reasons of these phenomena can be explained in this chapter, the electric charge. The first topic in this chapter is electric charge. Before we directly go to the definition of this electric charge, let us discuss some of the activities, then we do some conclusions. For activity first one. This activity consists of two rubbed glass rods with the silk. Then these glass rods are brought together. Then we find that this glass rod is moving away, which means that they repel each other. Next one, if this rubbed glass rod is brought nearby the rubbed silk cloth, you will find that they will attract each other. So this is your first activity. These are the observations. First one observation was, when the two glass rods rubbed with the silks are brought nearby, they will repel. Second one, if the rubbed glass rod is brought with the rubbed silk are brought close, they will attract. Further, now the two plastic rods are rubbed with the fur are brought close together. Again we find that the plastic rods are moving away from each other. This means that repel. Further, this plastic rod is brought nearby the fur. Again, this plastic rod is again rubbed with the fur. This fur is also rubbed with the plastic rod. You may say that both are rubbed together and then they are separated. Now they brought close. Then again we find that this fur is get attracted towards a plastic rod. So this was the activity second. Now the activity third. In this activity third, one plastic rod is hanged with the insulated thread. This plastic rod is rubbed with the. Now the activity 3. The plastic rod rubbed with the fur and the glass rod rubbed with the silk are brought close together. We will find that this plastic rod is coming towards this glass rod. This means that they attract each other. So this is another one observation. Next one is activity 4th. In activity 4th, if the glass rod is rubbed with the silk and the glass rod, as we have discussed previously, if the glass rod, this is a glass rod and this is a silk cloth, if both are rubbed with each other, then we'll find that again they are separated, and then if the glass rod is brought nearby this silk cloth, they will attract each other. Further, if this silk cloth is wrapped around this glass rod and then they are separated and brought nearby, you will find that they will not further attract. So this was the fourth activity and the observation. Now next one is what we draw a conclusion from these all experiments, yeah, activities. Now the conclusion one, first one. As the glass rod rubbed with the silk cloth, there must be, this rubbing may have caused some exchange of identity between them. When we rub a glass rod, suppose this is a glass rod, and you rub with silk cloth. So when you rub it, so there must be some exchange of something between them. This exchange of something may have changed something in the glass rod. There may be some change in the glass rod. This change which have caused in the glass rod is responsible for the force of attraction and force of repulsion. Further, the two glass rods repel means, we have studied in activity 1, the two glass rods repel. This means that a similar change in the glass rod, when we rub a one glass rod, suppose you have a one glass rod, you have rubbed with a silk, something has been changed in the glass rod. Similarly, there is something changed in this glass rod also, but there is a change which is happening in both will be same. So they repel each other. Now next one. Similarly, we can discuss it with the plastic rod. The same thing is happening in the plastic rod also. Now next one is, but the glass rod which is rubbed with the silk and the plastic rod rubbed with the fur attract each other. This means that two different rods after rubbing, there may have some different change. Means if we rub, this means that if we have, suppose this is your glass rod and this is your plastic rod. If I rub this plastic rod with fur and silk, this is silk one, I rubbed with glass rod. So there must be, I'm rubbing a different kind of things with a different one. So there must be some different change which is happening in these two rods. So which may have caused the force of attraction. So next one, further, at last the glass rod is wrapped around a silk cloth, which is also rubbed one. After that, they do not show force of attraction or repulsion. This means that when this glass rod is wrapped around the silk one, then what is the change which is happening in the glass rod and the silk have been neutralized, means nullified. This will happen only in the case of when we add and subtract the things. This means that there must be a plus minus thing in this case. Now, from above, or not only these experiments, but series of experiments done by the different scientists have concluded that there exist two kind of identities called charges, that is positive and negative. Second one is, like charges repel each other and unlike charges attract each other. Further, when we rub a glass rod with a silk, when we, suppose this is your glass rod and I'm rubbing it with a silk, this is silk one, this is your glass rod. If I rub this silk with a glass rod, then there must be a change of something. So mean to say, there have been a transfer of electrons from the glass rod to the silk. This change of electron causes a deficiency of electron in the glass rod, so it acquires a positive charge, and since the silk is gaining the electron, it acquires a negative charge. So similarly, the plastic rod acquires a negative charge and fur acquires a positive charge.